Welcome back to Retro Reels, the podcast where we talk about our childhood nostalgia. I'm Connor.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ben.
And we have a special guest here today. This is Maddie. She was born in 2005, so close to the same age as us. And what are you to me?
I am his younger sister, unfortunately.
So, all right, just casually getting flamed on my own show. That's cool. Today, we're going to be talking about just general childhood objects and toys and nostalgia that doesn't really exist anymore, you don't see as much of, as well as just sharing some general childhood horror stories. So, let's dive right in. All right, well, I want to kick off the discussion here today with talking about something that we were talking about just before we started recording, which is Thomas the Tank Engine. So I brought a couple of these from home, but I just want to ask you guys, like, did you guys all have the same experience that I did with this? Because I was expecting to bring these in and no one would know what I was talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, Thomas was amazing. Everybody loved him.
Did you guys also, like, watch the DVDs and like the show as well, or did you just have the trains?
I had the VHS sets. I also had the like original Shining Time stations where like they did like the Americanized version of it.
Thomas was my childhood. I was obsessed with it. I watched all the DVDs. I have this big box in like our attic now, full of all my old Thomas trains. Yeah. I loved it. Who was your guys' favorite?
I didn't have one because I was never allowed to play with your Thomas trains because you would yell at me.
Shit.
Damn, getting into the tea already.
I wasn't allowed to touch them.
I'm regretting this already.
I think mine was probably Mavis, the Corey Diesel. I think, yeah, that was one of my favorites.
I think Percy was a little bitch, so he's probably.
I see it changed. I'm thinking James reminds me the most of myself.
You see yourself in him.
Yeah, he's just a little egomaniac, and I really respect that, you know?
He's your spirit train. Spirit train.
Yeah, I want to ask Maddie, is there anything specific that you have, maybe something that's on this table or something else that you have like a really specific memory of that just you don't see anymore?
I mean, every time I tell my friends about my Polly Pockets,
Oh.
no one knows what I'm talking about.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, or the Juju Pets, the little hamsters.
Oh my god.
The most obnoxious noise.
Hang on, I do have to. We talked about Juju Pets on the last episode because we talked about the DS game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, God, DS. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
I do want to clear something up because this is a debate that we had. Do you say Zuzu or Juju?
Juju.
Okay, see, okay,
yeah.
exactly.
And you're not crazy. I'll say that. However, you are wrong.
You're not crazy, just wrong.
We looked it up when we played the commercial in the last episode. Never mind. We looked it up. And it's Zuzu.
Maybe it's like a
it
regional.
doesn't change
though.
my mind.
I
It's
know.
like a regional.
Yeah.
I don't need to evidence. I won't listen. I'm kidding.
It's not my truth.
You had like the physical hamsters, right?
Oh, yeah, I had like 50 of them.
You had 50?
I had so many.
In this economy?
I had... Well, I would collect them and then we would trade them at school.
Oh, I didn't get into this market. This is interesting.
I would trade like a Barbie for a Juju pet and then I would get yelled at because those do not cost the same. And
So you would receive a Barbie and trade a Juju pet?
no, I wanted Juju pets. One time
Oh, okay.
I gave away my American Girl doll for $5 and my mom had to
Dang.
call that girl's mom and be like, that can't happen.
Whoa.
Wait, did you get the better end of that bargain?
No, I
much?
gave away like
Wait.
a $200 doll for like $20
Oh, yeah, the
worth
American
of
Girl
hamsters.
dolls are like real expensive.
Okay.
They're like they're like higher up. Like Barbie's like sort of like just like cheap and sort of
Yeah,
like
I feel
mass
like-
produced, but American Girl doll they like do the custom
Mhm.
dresses
I
and
did know that.
outfits
They have
and
stories
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah, they
American
have
Girl
lore.
doll is a little bit more of an establishment in terms of like it's a little bit of a higher prestige. At least that's what I feel like from my very minimal knowledge. You know what I traded? Silly bands. Something that I want to talk about because that's
Silly bands.
very much in the vein of this discussion. So I want to talk about this because thinking about really what silly bands were, it's kind of stupid. It's it's like bracelets that are just in dumb shapes. Why were we so obsessed with them?
What do you mean? It was a great marketing campaign. Like kids like animals and weird random rubber shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved collecting them. I wanted to like get different. I loved things that were different shapes and colors as a kid, which I feel like I was
As
the
do most children.
Yeah.
well, yeah, because kids were the target demographic, but I feel like it was such a it was such a thing for like a year, and then like
Yeah.
if you tried to tell somebody who's the age that we were back then, if you tried to tell somebody that's that age now, like explain to them what silly bands were, they'd be like, "What?
Okay.
We have phones now." That's
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna touch on the whole market thing. I didn't have these big school markets where you you sell shit on the playground. Minus 4th grade, that Rainbow Loom over there.
oh yeah.
I had a Rainbow Loom business and it was fantastic. It was booming. I took requests during like my
looming?
different classes. I did remember I had a kid that came up to me and like kicked my Rainbow Loom and all the rubber bands fell out everywhere.
Aw.
I don't remember if that kid tripped or not.
I hope he did.
I hope that kid burned in hell.
Whoa.
So like he didn't show up next to school for the next day, and
Yeah.
you're like, where?
Out of fear.
Where did he go? I didn't do anything.
don't
Put
think
like some kind of death note on him
You
or
should
something.
put him on blast right now and like dox him.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember. If I did, I
If
would
if you're listening and you're that kid,
for the
count
6
your-
viewers that we get for these videos.
count your fucking days.
What else?
The bootleg Tamagotchis.
Yeah, let's talk about that. See, I never had anything like that. Maybe that
No,
was
that's too
any?
fancy for us.
maybe that was a wealth gap thing. We were pretty middle class.
I just don't think those would have lasted very long in our house.
That's true. Maybe our
Yeah.
parents were like, it's not too expensive to buy, but it's too expensive to trust our children with.
Yeah, they'll lose it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
1000%.
We would. I mean, this is mine, and I don't know if you can see on the camera. It has my initials on it. All of my toys did.
Perfect example. We have 2 of them, probably because he lost one, had to replace it, and then found it later.
And I have them a lot.
I remember that.
You guys remember the alligator with the teeth? That you
Yes, we had that in our dentist's office.
No, that's
Nope,
Very
not
close.
quite.
So
hungry
close.
alligator.
Concept is very
You
similar.
had to like. I was so scared of that thing because
Yeah.
you had to like
I was
push down
terrified.
the teeth, and then it would get you.
It was aggressive too.
Oh yeah.
It hurt.
the mousetrap they
Don't try
could
that
legally
again.
sell to children.
Yeah,
Did you guys have the board game Mousetrap?
Yeah.
I did. I asked
We
my
lost all the pieces though.
I
never
had it.
I never knew how to play the game. I
I
would
don't-
just build the Rube Goldberg
Yeah.
contraption and like make it go because like I was obsessed.
Yeah.
I had a weird obsession with like Rube Goldberg type.
What was that
Things.
game called that we had on the laptop, on computer, where you could just like
Oh,
Make the-
that is so niche.
Oh.
that,
sorry.
That was we had this game that you could on our so you guys remember the family computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that we can talk about after this. But we had this game where it was like you build Rube Goldberg contraptions. You could like put like marbles and
But it was like 2D, like it was like
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but like there was some weird like you could have like bombs.
they were like
as
hot
part of
dogs.
it.
Like
Oh.
it was just really, it should not have been
You have
for
like
children.
bottles of acid as part
Yeah.
of it.
Was it like a flash game?
No, it was like
this was when we had like our CD rack.
I think it came on like a CD, like a
damn.
CD-ROM type of situation. But yeah,
I didn't realize how niche that was.
Do you guys remember?
that was pretty niche.
Do you remember Space Cadet Pinball?
Yes.
Yeah.
The demo.
The
The demo that nobody got the full version for.
Who did buy the full version?
yeah, the family computer. What? That's
We had a dartboard above ours
What?
for some reason.
yeah, because
620.
we didn't have like our dad was terrible at planning out the home decoration and interior designing.
Newly single father decorating
Our
the house.
recently divorced father, when he moved into a new house, he was like, we don't have enough room for the family, for the computer and the dartboard. Just put it
right there.
This
So
made the
we
stakes extra high when you were playing
Never
darts.
were allowed to play darts.
Yeah, it's true. We weren't allowed to.
Sorry, that just gave me a little bit of a flashback. My family was banned from playing actual darts with like the actual sharp darts and not just a magnetic game.
Right.
Yeah, my two older brothers were at somebody's house at like, like a family get together, and they were all playing darts. It was all fun and games. I don't remember which one of my brothers did it, but one of them threw a dart and it hit a girl into the back of the hand and got stuck in the back of her hand.
Oh my
Like, they pulled it out, but like,
Oh.
Still there
Don't
to
worry, I
this
got
day.
you.
yeah. I don't remember like the actual moment that happening, but I just remember how I was never allowed to be around a dartboard ever
Yeah,
again.
that's fair.
Got banned.
It wasn't even me. And we had
Just
lawn
your whole
darts
bloodline
up to
is
that point as well. Yeah,
Could never touch the darts again.
I didn't
was-
do anything.
Was that how old were we when we were? I thought we were playing wiffle ball, and he had an actual baseball.
I
Shoved
don't
it at
remember
me.
this.
Because our mom had just bought a big tent, and we were gonna go on a camping trip with a bunch of other families,
I do remember this.
and so she was like, "Let's test it out." So she was setting it up in the backyard, and was like, "We're gonna camp in the backyard for a night."
Okay, I remember this.
And so we were standing by our playground. Like, I had the bat, you were throwing the ball at me. You had 3 balls. 2 of them were wiffle balls.
Would you try to trick her?
I wouldn't put it past me. I have no memory of this, but I
have-
absolutely believe that it happened.
He threw the first 2, and they were wiffle balls, whatever. The third one, it came straight at my head, and I was like, oh, it's a wiffle ball. It's just gonna hit me. It was a baseball, and I just, fall back, and I had, an egg on my head for, 2 weeks. How do you not remember that?
Were you using a plastic bat?
Yeah, it was, those long, skinny yellow ones.
Yeah?
I don't...
I didn't realize everybody else had a long, skinny yellow bat, the same
Oh, is this
plastic
the
bat.
yellow bat and the handle was like this really
weird texture?
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one that had one of those.
I want to tell a story of something really dumb I did as a kid. Not throw a real baseball at my sister, but
Oh, okay.
something that
It
I
gets worse.
Oh.
There
Yeah,
was-
this was dumb because it endangered myself. But I had this Nerf. You guys remember Nerf guns, of course.
Oh my
Those
God.
Not
that's-
for nothing.
Nerf for nothing. That yeah, those are still around though. Kids still play with those. I feel like.
Yeah, but they're, extreme now.
Yeah,
motorized.
Everything is
Oh
like,
my God, yeah.
Fully automatic.
As soon as the automatic ones started coming out, my buddy strapped 9-volt batteries to those bitches.
Oh.
I had a Nerf bow and arrow. It was like a you pull back.
Oh,
it was like a
yeah.
mega. You guys remember the mega darts?
Yeah.
You
You
know?
had a Nerf wall.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. My mom built me this wall in the basement. That was workshops where you have it's like kind of a corky material that has holes in it.
Mm.
And my mom built me a wall with different
Like a
pegs
cork
sticking out of
board.
that to where I could put mount my Nerf guns on. It was
Oh.
so cool.
It was sick.
Yeah.
But
The setup.
one thing that I used to do was I never fired this at anybody because I wasn't that insane, but I would tape a sparkler to the Nerf to the mega dart, and then I would light it and launch it and see how far I could make it go, and
my God.
try to land it in the fire pit, see if I could light it like a Viking funeral.
A few moments later.
Don't put this in the edit.
He made Daxon point too.
Brandon, if you somehow hear this.
smooth. I might put that in.
Wait.
One eternity later.
Thank you so much for watching Retro Reels. I'm Connor.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ben.
And I'm Maddie.
Maddie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Of
And
course.
thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.